Black women have always known something the fashion world is only now beginning to admit. We do not just wear clothes. We wear intention. We wear history. We wear a kind of grace that does not come from a runway or a trend cycle. It comes from within. It is earned. And after 50 years of living fully, loving deeply, and showing up powerfully in this world, the way we dress is not a small thing. It is a statement. It is a declaration. It is art. So let me speak directly to you. The woman who has refined her taste over decades. The woman who understands quality because she has lived long enough to know the difference. The woman who walks into a room and changes the energy without saying a single word. This one is for you. And before we go any further, if you are not yet part of this community, hit that subscribe button right now and tap the bell. Every week at Ageless Beauty we have exactly this kind of conversation. Real, honest, elevated style guidance created specifically for Black women over 50. You do not want to miss what is coming. Subscribe now and let us get into it. Because today we are going inside one of the most powerful, most elegant, and most misunderstood styling challenges that Black women over 50 face every single season. And it begins with a pair of pants that are probably hanging in your closet right now. Wide-leg trousers. You bought them because they are flattering. Because they are comfortable. Because someone somewhere told you they were timeless. And all of that is true. But there is a detail that almost nobody talks about honestly enough. And it is quietly undoing your entire look every single time you get dressed. The shoes you pair with wide-leg pants are not just a finishing touch. They are the foundation of the whole silhouette. Get them right and you look commanding, elongated, and effortlessly polished. Get them wrong and even the most beautiful trouser in your wardrobe will shrink you, shorten you, and make everything feel heavy. I want to tell you something I witnessed recently. A woman walked in wearing wide-leg trousers in the most beautiful shade of deep plum. Rich fabric, clean drape, clearly intentional. She looked like she had dressed with care and real confidence. And then I looked down. The shoes she had chosen swallowed her frame whole. In an instant 6 inches of height disappeared. That long elegant column of fabric she had so carefully built collapsed at the floor. And the heartbreaking part is she had absolutely no idea. She had done almost everything right. Everything except the shoes. But here is what I also know with complete certainty. Those same trousers on that same woman with the right shoes would have been breathtaking. She would have commanded that entire room. That is exactly what we are solving today. By the time we finish you will know precisely which shoes to reach for, which ones to set aside, and why each choice works. Not just as a rule to memorize but as a styling principle you can apply to every outfit you build from this moment forward. Stay with me. Because one of the 5 options we cover today is going to challenge something you may have been told about what a woman over 50 should and should not wear. And I think you already know that we do not follow those rules here at Ageless Beauty. Wide-leg pants are not just a trend for women of our age, our experience, and our elegance. They are genuinely one of the most flattering silhouettes available. They carry ease. They carry sophistication. They move the way we move, which is with purpose and with grace. For Black women specifically, a wide-leg trouser in the right fabric and the right color does something remarkable against melanin-rich skin. Against silver locks or a beautifully maintained natural. Against the warmth and depth that comes with deeper skin tones. Wide-leg trousers read as luxurious. They look elevated in a way that is entirely and uniquely ours. That richness, that visual depth belongs to you. Own it completely. But the challenge is real and it deserves an honest conversation. Wide-leg pants carry volume. A great deal of it. And volume at the leg without a precise counterbalance at the foot will visually overwhelm your frame. It shortens the leg. It widens the silhouette. It makes a carefully chosen trouser look like an afterthought rather than the statement it was always meant to be. The right shoe solves all of that. It creates vertical length. It balances the volume. It pulls the entire look into elegant proportion and makes you appear taller, leaner, and more commanding without changing a single thing about your body. That is not magic. That is knowledge. And knowledge is exactly what we practice together here at Ageless Beauty, where fashion for Black women over 50 is not a niche subject. It is the whole point. Let us walk through the 5 shoe styles that work beautifully with wide-leg pants. I am going to explain not just what works but why it works, so you carry this understanding with you always. Shoe style 1, the pointed toe heel. This is the classic choice. And it has remained the classic choice because it is built on solid, unshakable styling logic. A pointed toe heel, whether it is a pump, a slingback, or a mule, creates an unbroken visual line from your leg all the way down through your foot and to the floor. That continuous line is everything when you are wearing wide-leg trousers. Here is the visual principle at work. Wide-leg pants already create a long vertical column of fabric. When you introduce a pointed toe at the bottom of that column, especially in a color that closely matches your skin tone or your trousers, the vertical line continues without interruption. The eye reads it as height. It reads it as length. It creates a silhouette that feels dramatically elongated and deeply elegant. A round toe or a square toe does the opposite. It acts as a visual stop sign at the end of your leg. It cuts the line and divides your silhouette into sections rather than allowing it to flow as one continuous commanding form. Now, before you picture yourself in 4-inch stilettos, let me reassure you. A 2-inch kitten heel with a pointed toe will give you this elongating effect just as powerfully as any high pump. You do not need height from the heel. You need the point of the toe. Comfort and elegance are not opposites. They never have been. For black women over 50, I want to make a specific recommendation. Seek out a pointed toe heel in a nude tone that actually matches your skin. Not the generic beige that the fashion industry has been calling nude for decades. Your nude. The shade that disappears against your melanin and makes your leg appear to extend all the way to the floor. This creates the most powerful elongating effect possible because the shoe visually vanishes. All anyone sees is leg. If you prefer contrast, match the shoe to your trousers exactly. A monochromatic shoe and pant combination is one of the most refined, most sophisticated choices in fashion. It is also deeply flattering on darker skin tones because the richness of the color reads beautifully against the depth of melanin. You do not need to spend a significant amount of money to achieve this look. Well-made comfortable pointed toe heels exist at every price point. What matters is the fit and the shape. Shoe style 2, the sleek ankle boot with a heel. This one surprises people. The conventional wisdom says that boots and wide-leg pants do not belong together. But that advice is incomplete. It only tells part of the story. And the part it leaves out is crucial. A sleek ankle boot with a heel, particularly one with a pointed or almond toe, is a beautiful sophisticated pairing with wide-leg trousers. The operative word here is sleek. Not chunky, not heavy, not stacked with bulk or decorative hardware. Sleek, clean, streamlined, fitted close to the ankle with a silhouette that does not compete with the volume of the pant. Here is the styling logic. When you wear a sleek ankle boot beneath wide-leg trousers, the hem of your pants should fall over most of the boot, revealing only the toe. This creates a visual suggestion of mystery. The eye cannot find a clear boundary between where your leg ends and the shoe begins. That ambiguity reads as height. It reads as length. It is deeply effective. The heel matters here too. Even a modest block heel or a low kitten heel gives you lift and creates better proportion between your lower body and the generous volume of the pant. Color strategy for the ankle boot is simple. Match the boot as closely as possible to the color of your trousers. Black boot with black trouser. Cognac or deep caramel with brown or olive pants. The closer that match, the more continuous the visual line and the taller the overall effect. This is one of the most underestimated cold weather styling tools available to women in our age group. It is polished, it is practical, and it is exactly the kind of sophisticated pairing that defines the ageless beauty aesthetic. Shoe style 3, the platform sandal or espadrille wedge. Stay with me here. Because this is the option I know will challenge something you may have been told. And I want you to hear me clearly on this one. At some point most of us were handed a quiet invisible rule that platforms are too young, too trendy, not quite right for a mature woman. I want to challenge that belief directly, respectfully, and with complete conviction. Because a well-chosen platform sandal or espadrille wedge is one of the most flattering, most comfortable, and most underused shoes a black woman over 50 can wear with wide-leg pants. Here is specifically why it works so well for us. A platform distributes height differently than a traditional heel. Because the platform raises both the toe and the heel simultaneously, your foot rests at a much gentler angle. That means significantly less strain on the balls of your feet, your knees, and your lower back. You receive the visual benefit of elevation without the physical discomfort of a steep heel incline. For women who love the look of a heel but have stepped back from wearing them regularly for comfort reasons, a beautifully made wedge or platform sandal can genuinely restore something that was missed. Now here is the styling magic of this pairing specifically. When you wear a platform sandal beneath wide-leg trousers, the platform itself is largely concealed beneath the hem. What the world actually sees is the elegant drape of your pants and your apparent effortless height. The shoe is doing tremendous work quietly and invisibly. The overall effect reads as sophisticated and naturally tall, not constructed. Look for espadrille wedges with clean ankle straps or platform sandals with minimal unfussy detailing. For black women over 50, this is where color becomes genuinely exciting. Rich caramel and warm cream work with almost every shade of wide-leg trouser. Metallic platforms in gold or bronze are stunning when paired with deeper trouser tones. Against darker skin, a gold metallic sandal does not just complement. It glows. It reads as luxurious. It elevates the entire look into something that feels deeply deliberate and beautifully personal. This is your warm weather weapon. And it is time to add it to your styling vocabulary without apology. Shoe style 4, the pointed toe flat or sleek loafer. Not every woman chooses to wear heels. Not every occasion calls for one. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with a flat shoe when it is chosen with precision and intention. If a flat is your preference or your necessity, the shape of the shoe becomes even more important. When wearing a flat with wide-leg pants, you need a pointed toe or a very sleek, refined silhouette. This is not a matter of personal taste. It is a matter of proportion and visual logic. Without the lift of a heel, the pointed toe must carry the full responsibility of continuing the elongating line from your leg through your foot. It must do all of the work on its own. A round toe flat with wide-leg pants creates what I call a visual collision. The fabric meets the shoe and stops abruptly. The leg appears truncated. The silhouette, no matter how well the trousers fit, reads as heavy and cut off rather than flowing and refined. Loafers can be extraordinary with wide-leg pants. They are deeply relevant to the kind of elevated, intelligent dressing that speaks to black women over 50 who have developed a personal style that is entirely beyond trend. But they need to be the right kind of loafer. Think refined leather or suede. Think fitted, clean, and intentional rather than chunky, casual, or heavily soled. Pant length becomes critical when you are wearing flats. Your trousers should just graze the very top of the shoe, perhaps revealing the edge of the vamp. If the hem drags heavily over your shoe, the entire look collapses and reads as shapeless. If the hem ends too high and exposes too much ankle, it breaks the line and creates a disconnected silhouette. Get the hem exactly right and a beautiful pointed toe flat or sleek loafer will serve you with quiet, confident elegance. This is proof of something important. Style is about precision. And precision at its highest level requires no height at all. Shoe style 5, the strappy heeled sandal with minimal design. This is your warmer weather dressier option. And it is the one that mature black women wear with an extraordinary level of elegance when the right version is chosen. The key word throughout this entire option is minimal. Fine, delicate strapping, understated design. Nothing wide, nothing fussy, nothing that creates visual noise across the foot. Here is what delicate straps actually do for your silhouette. They create negative space. The skin that shows between fine straps makes the foot appear longer, lighter, and more slender. This provides an airy, refined counterbalance to the volume of a wide-leg trouser and keeps the overall silhouette feeling elevated rather than weighted. It is a pairing that looks considered. It looks like a woman who understands proportion at a level most people cannot quite articulate but immediately recognize. A nude or metallic strappy heeled sandal in gold, silver, or deep bronze is one of the most versatile shoes you can own. It works with virtually any color of wide-leg trouser and moves from afternoon to evening without effort or adjustment. For black women specifically, a gold or rich bronze metallic strappy heeled sandal is not just versatile. It is magnificent. Against melanin-rich skin, warm gold does not simply rest on the foot. It responds to the skin. It deepens it. It warms it. It creates a kind of visual harmony that reads as intentional luxury. And it is one of those styling choices that other women notice and remember without being able to fully explain why. This is the shoe you wear when you want the entire look to feel curated. When you want to walk into a room and have your presence register before you have said a single word. Now I want to pause here and ask you something directly. Of these 5 shoe styles, which one feels most like you right now? Is there one you already own and have not been pairing with your wide-leg trousers? Or did one surprise you? Perhaps the platform sandal or the sleek ankle boot? I genuinely want to know. Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single one. Your voice in this community matters deeply. And while you are right here, if this conversation is giving you something real, something you will actually carry into your closet this week, please hit that like button right now and subscribe to Ageless Beauty if you have not already. We are building something powerful here. A community of Black women over 50 who dress with full intention and refuse to be invisible. Hit subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss a single video. Every week we go deeper and you deserve to be here for all of it. Now let us talk about the shoes that need to be set aside entirely when wide-leg trousers are part of the equation. The first is chunky athletic sneakers or thick-soled trainers. Unless you are building a very specific intentional athleisure look with a casual wide-leg pant, bulky sneakers and wide-leg trousers create too much visual weight at the hem. The combination shortens and heavies the silhouette in a way that works directly against everything the trouser was designed to do. The second is the round toe or square toe shoe with no heel. Without a pointed toe to continue the line of your leg through your foot, these shapes act as a visual boundary. They stop the flow and divide the silhouette. For the vast majority of frames they create a shortening effect that completely undoes the elegance of the trouser. The third is a flat sandal with thick straps or a heavy sole. There is too much visual weight, too much informality, and a strong shortening effect that contradicts the graceful drape of the pant. The proportions simply do not speak the same language and the result reads as an incomplete thought rather than a deliberate look. The fourth is a boot that rises visibly above the hem of your wide-leg pants. If your trousers are cut short enough that the full shaft of a boot is visible above the hem, your body becomes visually divided in a way that is rarely flattering. The boot should live beneath the pant or not be chosen for that particular trouser length. The fifth is any shoe whose formality does not match the intention of your fabric. If you are wearing beautifully draped wide-leg trousers in a refined crepe or a structured ponte, a casual shoe creates a disconnect that undermines the entire look. Match the spirit of your shoe to the spirit of your pant. Elegant fabric has earned an elegant shoe. Let me leave you with this. Wide-leg pants are one of the most powerful silhouettes available for women over 50. They are generous. They are graceful. They move with sophistication and they age well in a wardrobe, which means they are genuinely worth investing in and investing real thought into. But they require intentional shoe selection. You cannot approach them on autopilot and expect the best result your wardrobe is capable of producing. The 5 styles we covered today each work for a specific reason. They create visual length. They establish proportion. They allow the trouser to do what it was designed to do, which is to make you look commanding, refined, and fully present in every room you enter. None of this requires an expensive wardrobe. It requires something far more valuable. Knowledge. And now you have it. Here's what I want you to do this week. Go to your closet, pull out your wide-leg trousers, then open your shoe collection and ask honestly, how many of those 5 styles do you already own? And which one are you going to add first? Tell me in the comments. I want to know your plan. Are you reaching for the pointed toe heel? Giving the Espadrille wedge a proper chance? Finally pairing that sleek ankle boot the way it deserves to be worn? This is the kind of conversation that happens here at Ageless Beauty. Real, thoughtful, elevated, rooted in the specific experience of Black women who are past the age of dressing for anyone's approval except their own. If someone came to mind while you were watching this, a friend, a sister, a colleague who has been quietly struggling with her wide-leg trousers, please share this video with her. Sometimes the right information at exactly the right moment changes the way a woman sees herself. That is not a small thing. That is everything. And if you are not yet subscribed to Ageless Beauty, this is your moment. Click that subscribe button right now and turn on your notifications. Because next week we are going to talk about the tops that belong with wide-leg trousers. The shoe and the trouser are only 2/3 of the equation. The top you choose is equally powerful in determining whether your entire silhouette reads as intentional or incomplete. And we are going to break it all down with the same precision and depth you received today. You do not want to miss it. Subscribe now so it lands directly in your feed the moment it goes live. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to invest this time in yourself, in your style, and in how you present yourself to this world. Because you deserve to feel extraordinary. Not on special occasions, not when someone compliments you. Every single day. In your own home. Walking into any room. Living your full and beautiful life. Here at Ageless Beauty, we do not believe that elegance has an expiration date. We do not believe that black women over 50 become less visible, less relevant, or less deserving of fashion that celebrates exactly who they are. We believe the opposite. We believe that after 50 years of becoming, a woman finally has everything she needs to dress like herself completely, unapologetically, and beautifully. Remember this. Style is not about your age. It is not about your size. It is not about how much you spend or who you are trying to impress. It is about knowing yourself so thoroughly that every choice you make reflects that knowing. It is about dressing with intention, moving with elegance, and refusing, absolutely refusing, to disappear. You are Ageless Beauty. And you are only just beginning.